Good afternoon. We are here to call a special city council meeting for Friday, October 15th, 6:01 p.m. Madam Clerk?
Mayor Ronnie Felder, Chairperson Shirley Lanier,
Here.
Chair Pro Tem Kashamba Miller Anderson,
Present.
Councilperson Troderick McCoy,
Here.
Councilperson Douglas Lawson,
Here.
Councilperson Julia Botel,
Here.
City Manager Jonathan Evans,
Present.
City Clerk Claudia Anthony is present, City Attorney Don Nguyen.
Here.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. We will have a moment of silence followed by the Pledge of Allegiance by Dr. Botel. Are there any additions, deletions, or substitutions for this agenda?
None from staff, Madam Chair.
Yeah, can we delete item number 1? I mean that the mayor did call us and he's not here himself, so.
One presumes you're being facetious.
No, I'm very serious. Can, and that's a discussion, so I mean, that's not facetious, but more, oh. I withdraw I withdraw that.
Are there any disclosures by council in regards to the item that is listed on this agenda?
Wait, hey, Mayor.
A motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
There is no consent agenda.
Madam Chair, we need to call the question on the motion.
Oh, for the
to adopt.
approval of the, yes. I also like to recognize the mayor who is now at the dais. Call the question for the approval of the agenda.
Councilperson McCoy,
No.
Councilperson Botel,
Yes.
Councilperson Lawson,
Yes.
Pro Tem Miller Anderson,
Yes.
Chair Lanier.
Yes.
That motion is approved with Councilperson McCoy dissenting.
Item number 1.
Discussion and deliberation to announce a closed session meeting for Lady March Goldwire versus City of Riviera Beach. Case number 9818-CV081285.
Can I get a motion?
Madam Chair, you do not need a motion for discussion.
Madam
just
Chair,
for
I just need
discussion.
to announce it.
All right, very good. Go ahead, Madam Attorney.
Pursuant to Florida Statute 286.0118D, Public Meetings and Records, and in a desire to obtain advice concerning litigation, I am requesting a time that the City Council is available for a closed executive session in the matter of Lady March Goldwire versus the City of Riviera Beach, case number 9-18-CV-81285. Outside counsel, along with the city attorney, is seeking a closed-door session with counsel to discuss settlement of attorney's fees and costs. Therefore, I would like to know if the council is available for a closed executive session on Monday, October 18th, 2021 at 6:00 p.m.
Madam Chair?
Yes, go ahead.
So a couple things. I'm not available on Monday. In fact, we've had, in some fashion or another, 4, I guess, official attendances to some meeting of some sort this week. And, unless there's something that is going to be said or come out that we haven't heard already, I just don't understand what else we need to go into closed session for, because we've had, several, I want to say at least 6 hours of conversation regarding this item in closed session alone, and then at least another couple hours in a public meeting. So I don't understand the need for it, and I wouldn't support it. And not only that, I'm not available.
Thank you, sir, for your
Madam
comments.
Chair,
Yes, go ahead.
I'm available.
I am also available.
I'm available.
Mr. Lawson?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Are you available
For the meeting,
Monday?
I'll be available.
Very good.
Therefore, the closed executive session will be held on the 18th day of October, 2021 at 6 p.m. at the Marina Event Center, 190 East 13th Street, Riviera Beach, Florida, 33404, in the case of Lady March Goldwire versus the City of Riviera Beach, case number 9-18-CV-81285. Those persons in attendance will be City Attorney Dawn Nguyen and/or Lina Busby, Senior Assistant City Attorney, Special Counsel Don Stevens, Esquire of Olds and Stevens, Mayor Felder, members of the City Council, City Manager Jonathan Evans. The subject matter of the closed executive session shall be restricted to the discussion of the settlement of attorney's fees and costs.
Madam Chair.
Yes, go ahead.
So, Ms. Nguyen, I'm actually not going to be in town. Would I be able to participate remotely?
Yes, sir.
Madam Chair,
Yes, go ahead.
with the caveat that you can participate but not vote, am I right?
No voting occurred. Generally, no voting
Closed
occurs at closed sessions.
Okay.
However, if they do occur, Mr. McCoy would not be able to participate in the voting.
But
Madam Chair,
Yes, go ahead.
I think there's been a time when I was sick and I wasn't allowed to do the closed executive session telephonically.
I remember that as well.
So that has not occurred before.
Since I have been here, Madam
Yes.
Madam Pro Tem?
Yes,
Yes. Mhm.
yes.
I'm sorry, I don't recall that. Okay. Do you recall what case that was in?
No,
Okay.
but I can go back and look, but that definitely occurred.
well, Madam Chair,
Yes, go ahead, sir.
it doesn't. I don't want to be there in the first place. So you don't have to worry about it. If there's concerns that it wasn't allowed, then I would just even withdraw even asking.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir. Any other questions in regards to the announcement?
Madam Chair,
Yes, go ahead.
there are still some pieces of information that I would like to see before we have a closed session, and I'm wondering if this is an appropriate time to ask for those.
Yes, go ahead.
Do we have copies of the attorney's fees that we're being asked to vote on? Copies of any billing records or other papers that you've been provided with as part of that attorney's fees request?
I will check with Mr. Stevens. We will confer and see if the law allows us to provide those. And if so, we will provide them to you, Dr. Patel, to all of you.
Okay.
We're
And then-
Madam Chair,
Yes, go ahead.
what you're asking for fees that the plaintiff, the attorney sees for the plaintiff?
Yeah, yes. Because we're being asked to spend $255,000 plus 60, and I just want to know what that constitutes. Originally it was 400-some thousand. I want to know, did they break that billing down by charge or by, how is it broken down? What were their hourly rates? All the typical things that you would want to look at before you make a determination as to whether or not this is an appropriate fee.
Okay, I just wanted to know which one you were talking about, just to clarify, and I was gonna go back to Ms. Nguyen. If we're the ones that's being asked to pay that or consider that amount, why would it not be legal for us to get it?
I just need to double check. I'm just not sure, Madam
Okay,
Pro Tem.
all right.
And the other thing I'd like to know, I'm sorry, Madam Chair.
Yes, go ahead.
We've been told you told us that the insurance company said that they would not pay any more fees after, I think it was October 8th. I want to know the specific sections of our insurance agreements that the carrier believes to be justification for that declaration that they're not going to any longer pay us. I mean, it just doesn't seem right. If we've been paying our insurance bills all this time, and now all of a sudden they're not going to represent us any longer.
Madam Chair,
Yes, go ahead.
I think probably, Ms. Nguyen, could you please advise us if this is something we need to be talking about right now? Because
Well-
some of this stuff, I don't know that this has been publicly said. So please let us know
Right.
if
The
there are some
discussion,
things we need to hold off on until Monday.
that's correct. The discussion tonight needs to be limited to the closed executive session. But Dr. Botel, you and I can talk after. Whatever information I provide to you, I'll provide to the balance of the council.
Okay.
And I also put my request in writing for what I need for the session for Monday as well.
Thank you.
Any other questions in regards to this session. Because this is the only issue that is on the agenda, we do have public comments. Please be reminded, the City Council has adopted rules of decorum, public conduct during official meetings, which has been posted at the front desk. In an effort to preserve order, if any of the rules are not adhered to, the council chair may have any disruptive speaker or attendee removed from the podium, from the meeting, and/or the building if necessary. Please govern yourselves accordingly. Public comment shall begin at 7:30 p.m. unless there is no further business of the City Council, which in the event, it shall begin sooner. In addition, if any of the items are being considered after 7:30 or at 7:30, then comments from the public shall begin immediately after the item has been concluded. Any person who would like to speak during public comments, please fill out a public comment card located at the front desk and give it to the staff before the public comments section is announced. Madam Clerk.
Madam Chair, members of the board, the acceptance of public comment cards is now closed. Cindy March, Margaret Shepherd, Betsy Brown.
Good evening. I want to elaborate also on the statement that Project McCoy had made a statement of. You all don't have closed sessions more than one time, if I'm not mistaken. You all going to mess around. No insurance company going to want to pick you up. You all have too many lawsuits on your hands already. And this is just a personal vendetta since day one. Lanier, you even went over and beyond and called the insurance company yourself directly and said, don't pay Lady March Goldwire. And now you wonder why you don't have a job with the county. What goes around comes around. You all gonna have to be careful. You have a lawyer that you all hired. You have a city manager that you all brought back here. You said you didn't care what it cost, bring him back. He's not only our city manager, he's our CRA director as well. So if you all not gonna listen to them, who are you all gonna listen to? You all gonna mess around, and this city is not gonna be able to heal because of Kashama, Lanier, and Botel throw rocks, hide their hands. What you all got so against Lady March? Why? She couldn't have been too bad of a person to bring $13 million into this city. Come on, her work spoke for herself. She even went to jail. She even lost a $700,000 contract. If you want the transcript, get the transcript. But trust and believe, you're going to open up a whole can of worms that's going to be able to bring back that whistleblower case, going to be able to bring back that gentrification case. If you want to be hypothetical with questions as far as the amount of what you're paying the lawyer, ask about the private lawyer that you paid $600,000 to. Who paying for that fee? Come on, let's get realistic. Y'all say y'all want to move this city forward, and I know I can be like I'm obnoxious. I'm aggravated, and I want to move this. I see you all move the city forward, but you all need to be removed. If you're not going to do what we voted you all in to do, then you need to leave. It's point simple and blank as that. Your whole file was out there on social media, and it would have still been out there. But Lady March Goldwire asked them, don't do that. Even though it was done to me, don't do it to Lanier. You reap what you sow. We don't need to be elaborating on this no more. We don't have too many closed sections, too many open sections, and nothing getting done. So why do you have a city manager? Why do you have a lawyer? And I'm quite sure she knows her job. It's like you questioning her job. Botel, if you wanted to be the lawyer for the city, you should have filled out an application. Point blank, simple as that. You, Lanier, and Kashama are going to cost this city a whole lot of money. And before I close, Kashama, your job is even on the line with the county. So be mindful of what you do to others.
Margaret Shepherd, Betsy Brown,
Thank you for your comment.
William Wiley.
Margaret Shepherd, Riviera Beach. I'm kind of confused. She said that Kashama worked for the county. I don't think so. When you come up here and give misinformation, it makes you look kind of stupid. Get the facts. And I think we're here to get the facts. I do have a problem with continuing closed executive sessions, because once you all come out of the executive sessions, then on the days you all start vetting it all over again. I remember when Pamela Hannah Ryan, she kept instructing the council that what they're doing, you're giving the other side the upper hand of what you're thinking. And I've had lawyers, and the first thing they instructed me, don't answer no questions. That's what you hired me for. So I came out victorious because I obeyed my attorney. I really don't know what's going on. I really hope that this ends. I hope that we can, I don't know about healing, because it looked like once we start trusting, there's something breaking loose on another ending. I want to implore you to know one thing, that I hope when you go into this executive session that you all come out with some type of way you're going to end this discretion, because to me it's all over the paper. They continue to call us losers, and it's just a bad taste that we continue with the same thing. So that's just the way I feel. I think for the first time I have to agree with Charter to continue to come here and beat this horse. And I thank Mr. Wilder for allowing me to debate with him, because he said, yes, keep on with the lawsuit. Keep on with it. So it was just refreshing to hear a young person talk about it and get their views, and then you get the older set of people and say they want it to end. So where do we go from here? We have to come to some type of agreement. Thank you. Mr. Lawson, may I say congratulations, sir? I wish you and Jay well. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
Bessie Brown, William Wiley, Mary Brown.
Good evening, council. I just have to say, Mrs. Botel asked for all the paperwork and the stuff about paying the attorney fees. Were you all given the same information for the other attorney, for the Attorney Stevens? So I don't understand. With whatever information you've been given, you should have been able to make the decision. But I'd like to know, do you have all those, the same kind of information from Mr. Stevens, Bill?
Thank you for your comments.
William Wiley, Mary Brown.
Good evening, board. My name is William Wiley, lifelong resident here in Riviera Beach, and also tonight, a concerned citizen. This case is long overdue, like we spoke of, and needs to be concluded and needs to be finished ASAP. But this case is not of a personal vendetta or some attack on a past employee. This case, as important as it is going to set a precedence for future cases to come. Any employee that gets fired for legitimate reasons or even reasons that's upheld in court will be subject to the city to be able to pay their legal fines. This case was settled for $60,000 and given no clear-cut evidence to support that, so the city has filed a motion to challenge that amount. We should have set a motion to challenge that amount. The ball got dropped somehow, and now we're in a situation to now we're back in court. We paid $60,000 for the case, $255,000 for the lawyers, and $200,000 for insurance deductible, just like getting in a car wreck. You have to pay a $500 deductible, they pay the rest of it off. So we have to pay the insurance company a deductible. So over $500,000 for a case we won. That doesn't make any sense. Not at all, in no way whatsoever. For the people in the council who support this payout, I will let you know that this is not in the best interest of the city. And your job as council is to protect the city, the land, the finances, and its community. There's no gray area when it comes to that. The judge threw out all motions made in this case pertaining to the firing. So this recommendation for any payout is unacceptable and would change all future terminations at the city of Riviera Beach. Mr. Evans and this city, this is why it's important to have the right people in the right positions to be able to make the right decisions. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, sir.
Mary Brown.
Mayor Bram, can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor Bram, Riviera Beach. First of all, residents, get up and vote. Get up and vote like you never have voted before. I would like to say, on October the 16th, which is tomorrow, it is Boss Day. And I'm gonna say, thank you for all the bosses that are in here that governs everyone. And City Manager, Mr. Evans, you are the boss of this entire city. You work hard at being a terrific boss. And what it does, get you, well, for one thing, this card which says, Happy Boss Day to a hard-working and terrific boss. That's for you, Mr. Evans. You are the CEO of this company. Okay, I'm going to make clear up some things here because you can go back and in the files and pull them. Mr. Evans was brought back here because the court said that Mr. Evans could come back here. The court ruled in favor of Mr. Evans along with the city. So when we stand up here, get the facts. All of that happened in 2017, we went back in the courthouse. The court, Mr. Evans is here because of the court, the ruling court system. This is why he is here, because it was flaws then, and you continuously do the same thing. When it's made mention about the city does not get anywhere, we lose cases. We just stopped a $60 million case that was brought forth from a victim in this city here, and it pertained to our police department. Go look it up. October the 13th, a $60 million case. In other cases that Ms. Brand can stand up here and tell you all about, sometimes we have to do the actions that we need to do in order to bring who we are and bring clarity to these things here. Go look it up. Other cases Ms. Brown can give you too. But I wanted to give you the update on that one. $60 million lawsuit that he had against the city. And the city came out unscathed. Am I right, attorney? Smile at me. That's one thing there. Another thing is, all of these here meetings like this, come on, whoever called them, stop this foolishness. Stop this foolishness. As a board, whatever decision is going to be made, do it. Like I said before, we will live with it. But all of these special meetings here, all you're doing is making yourself looking bad in the public. Because the public is tired of you all. I can tell you, the public is absolutely fed up with some of you all. Even the politicians, they're fed up. They are fed up with.
Thank you for your comments.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, members of the board, that concludes public comment.
Do we have any discussions by the city manager?
No, Madam Chair, thank you.
Any discussions by the city attorney?
No, Madam Chair, thank you.
Any city council committee reports? We'll start with the mayor. Any comments, sir?
No comments, Chair.
Any comments from Councilman Lawson?
No, Madam Chair.
Any comments from Councilman McCoy?
No.
Any comments from Councilwoman Botel? No. Any comments from Councilwoman Willa Anderson?
No.
And this meeting is adjourned.